In March of this year, you all issued a red alert for the United States, which said that the United States, with respect to trans people, was in either the late, early, or the middle stages of genocide. And one of the things that was prompting you all to ring the alarm was what you describe as the erasure, essentially, of trans identity, which, according to your research, signals the possibility of greater persecution. Can you just talk a little bit about what really set off the alarm bells at that particular point?
And around, I believe, late January to early February of this year, we said, okay, things have escalated again, and we need another statement. And the reason for this was because we were seeing the move towards banning of gender-affirming care, which was initially restricted mostly to youth, right? That was one of the first things that happened following the 2024 election, was this focus on banning gender-affirming care for youth. We saw that it was now being moved towards banning gender-affirming care for everyone, regardless of age. And that was really concerning to see. And we also saw that some strategic litigation against these gender-affirming care bans was beginning to lose. And for instance, we saw the Scrimetti decision, and it seemed that the courts were not going to entirely prevent this from happening, which was, obviously, we never thought the courts are going to be perfect. But Scrimetti was a very upsetting decision that came out, and it cemented this idea that these gender-affirming care bans were not only going to be passed, but they were going to continue. They were going to pass constitutional muster, and they were going to spread. And then we saw that they were beginning to spread to adults, and we also saw an explosion of rhetoric in the latter half, 2025, about trans people being incredibly violent, and this idea of labeling anybody who practices radical gender ideology, which is a very broad term and could be used to describe anybody who believes that trans people exist even, as domestic terrorists. This together, we thought, definitely warranted a statement, because this fits into the pattern, right? The pattern of denial of identity. It's this idea that they're imposing an alien identity onto trans people by banning them from accessing gender-affirming care, and then also criminalizing not only trans identity, but also trans support and allyship.